Hi everybody, Pastor Kirk here on the first week of April. If you're reading this, you survived April Fool's Day, which is neither a national holiday, although some government officials might give us reason to think so, nor a Christian holiday, although it may originally have been a Christian holiday. The French call it Poisson d'Avril, which means April fish. And the custom is to try to pin a paper fish to some unsuspecting person's back and then catch them on it and say, April fish. See? This silly game goes all the way back to medieval times. And poisson, fish, may be a corruption of passion, which means suffering, a reference to Christ's suffering, which occurred in April when our Lord was treated like a fool and subjected to humiliating mistreatment at the hands of Jewish and Roman authorities. Isn't it interesting that Paul then in Colossians describes Jesus' death and resurrection as a stunning reversal of April Fools? He says God disarmed the powers and authorities, both of the world and of the demon realm. Triumphing, he publicly made a fool of them, triumphing over them by the cross. Colossians 2:15. See, on Easter, God gets the last laugh. That's the real April Fool's Day. And with that thought, let me remind you quickly of several things going on at church. First, Palm Sunday is a week from this Sunday. Please bring your washed and de-thorned palm branches by the Friday before for our children's palm procession. And parents, please bring your kids 10 minutes before so that they can dress up in Bible costumes. That's always a fun Sunday. The Saturday before Palm Sunday is always our annual all-church cleanup. And, just as we clean up our home before guests visit, we're spiffing our campus up and making it sparkle before all the Easter visitors arrive. And if FOPC is your church home, would you please come help out? Let's all pitch in. Just a 2-hour cleanup starting at 9 a.m. Saturday before Palm Sunday. Next Wednesday, April 9, our singles ministry is inviting everybody to attend a Seder dinner with me and retired Pastor Will Knuckles. Will used to be pastor at Fairvale Baptist for nearly 50 years. And we'll be teaching the Christian connections between Passover and Christ's sacrifice. Education, songs, games, food, and a surprise. That's a potluck event that goes from 5 to 8, Wednesday, April 9. Now, I urge everybody to make a special effort to honor our Lord's sacrifice on our behalf during Holy Week by attending Maundy Thursday, Good Friday, and Easter services. Maundy Thursday also has a special program for our children, kindergarten and older. On Easter, invite your friends and neighbors and bring them to the deacon's breakfast that morning starting at 7:30 a.m. And on Easter, in addition to our regular worship times, we're adding an early sunrise service at 7:30 in the chapel. The 1040 Modern Casual is moving over to the sanctuary, the worship center on Easter because of some of the demands of staging and music on that day. Okay? And most important, listen, on Easter Sunday, everybody is on deck. And what do I mean by that? That means if FOPC is your church, you are officially deputized to be a warm and enthusiastic greeter. Make sure you go out of your way to welcome and show hospitality to our visitors, even if they're people you don't recognize, who turn out they've been coming here for the past 20 years. Try this fail-safe line. Hey, hi, how are you? Shake hands. Welcome. Are you new? Our church is big, and it's possible we haven't met or my brain just can't remember. And people will look at you and they'll imagine that that's true. Try to find a half dozen or more first-time folks to greet on Easter morning. We're converting the entire south parking lot to a visitor's parking lot on Easter. That's the front lot on the way to Old Town. Okay, it's close. It's the closest lot to both the worship center and the Family Life Center. And if you usually park there, or anywhere else for that matter, on Easter, park in the park, in the Fair Oaks Park spaces. and make room for our guests, okay? You might even practice starting Palm Sunday. By the way, Wednesday night, the Sacramento Kings were playing the Lakers. A miracle happened. The Kings won. But the big champs that evening were Ken and Jackie Friedman. They were honored by the entire arena as community all-stars for their work with children, building our Upward basketball program from 39 kids 6 years ago to nearly 400 in recent years. Way to go, Jackie and Ken. Hey, that's all, folks. We now return you to your regularly scheduled life.